Welcome back, loyal fans. Today we're going to be making this super special food that I came up with on a post-it note today at work. I'm making duck with orange balsamic glaze, sage as well, and some potatoes, which are sliced super thin in what is called like razorback or camelback or something like that, and then some carrots with thyme and butter. Never made this before, making it up as I go as per usual, so we'll see what my extra feelings come up with today. Welcome to Cooking with Feelings Season 2. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to cut up these potatoes in this way that I just learned, so I'm totally not an expert in. First, you need a wooden spoon. I luckily had one. I'm using these small potatoes. Then we're going to cut it, not quite all the way through, but still in thin strips. Ta-da! Well, something like that, where it looks like a cute little accordion. Carrots, I'm going to leave in this size, but I'm going to parboil both of these things, starting with carrots because they're much harder and much crunchier. I may or may not cut these in that fancy way. Why not? Might as well. Gonna do both of these things that way. Okay, as I said, we're gonna boil the carrots first because they're gonna take the longest. And yes, I realize this water is not boiling, thank you, but it'll be boiling in a bit. So we're gonna boil the carrots first, and while they're cooking, we're gonna make up the brine for the potatoes. That is also something I've never done, so it'll be an experiment. Okay, so for this potato brine, we have garlic, peppers, cumin, and salt. So first step is going to grind all of that in my new mortar and pestle from my little brother. Just gonna toss all that in there and then do the garlic cloves in a minute. This is just to give the broth that we're gonna be boiling the potatoes in some flavoring. So then we made this nice paste of cumin, garlic, and chile. We're going to stick that in a bowl and add some vinegar to make the brine. Now, while our potatoes are waiting their turn to get boiled, we're going to soak them in this brine. See if we can get it down in those cracks we made. Yeah, get in there. I can know you want it, accordion potato. Now, because I got a mortar and pestle for Christmas, you better believe we're going to be crushing the crap out of a lot of stuff today. So the next thing we have are some herbs, specifically thyme. The thyme is going to go with the carrots. We're going to do some butter and some herbs. Crush them all up, melt it all up. Then once the carrots are done parboiling, we're gonna drizzle this thymy butter over them, let it soak in, and then later we're gonna bake it with that on it, with everything else. Now we have our thymy butter. So our carrots are basically done. We're gonna drain these out. We're gonna stick them in with the thyme and the butter. Ooh, coming apart. Now we're going to start the water right back up because we need to boil some more for the potatoes with their brine. So I think at this point it's time to start doing stuff for the actual duck. Now the first thing I'm going to do is get some of this sage from my plant, and guess what? We're going to mash it up in the mortar and pestle. We're also going to mash up some orange and then mix it with balsamic vinegar, and that's going to create like a little sauce. Then we're also going to peel off some of the orange peel and we're going to wrap it around the duck. So we'll see how this all comes together. This is all theorizing right now, but that's what's in my mind eye or whatever. In the meanwhile, I think it's time to plop these potatoes in there. So to make sure we don't miss any of this good stuff in the brine, we pour the hot water in here, and then, trying not to burn myself, then we have a very nice, oddly foggy brine. We're gonna just parboil these till they're fairly soft, but not 100% soft. Yes, I know it's not boiling. Now for the duck portion of this adventure, which I definitely know the least about. First thing I'm gonna do is cut its fatty breast in a diamond shape, because that's what I read on the internet one time. So we're gonna go this direction, then this direction. Now, I did bad and I cut into the meat, which you're totally not supposed to do, so please ignore that factoid. Now, I'm going to wash my hands, safety first. Then we're going to peel some of this orange rind into existence. I don't exactly know what I'm gonna do here. I'm just making it up. So we're gonna cut up some of this in here. Probably not too much, otherwise it'll overpower the sage flavor. Don't know if I care about that, but I might. So then we're gonna smush it up. Doesn't smush very well. Okay, now I really think we're ready to start assembling. So first, I'm gonna stick my duck breast in the middle. Gotta finish up my sauce for it. So I have the crushed sage and orange. I'm gonna add some balsamic vinegar, just a little, because I want it to be more of a paste than a sauce. And then some honey, because why not? Like yay. So I'm smushing up my duck paste to go on the duck. I really have no idea if it's gonna be good. Also, I need to add salt, because I just need to add salt. So I'm just gonna salt it, touch it. Always likes a little touching. Breasts. Okay, gonna smush that all up in there. Okay. Now, then we're gonna do our potatoes around it. Why not this spoon? And they've been parboiled, so they're pretty soft. Oh, I guess I should turn on the oven as well. We're gonna turn it on to 350. Okay. So we're gonna set our potatoes around it, blazing hot, and we're gonna try and salvage some of that spices in a minute. Then our carrots, as best we can. They're pretty soft. Probably softer than they should be, but oh well. And we put these in thyme and butter. We're totally gonna drizzle that all over, because who doesn't need more thyme and butter in their life? All they need more of is time and money. Okay, so we're gonna put some on our potatoes. And then we're gonna skim some of this stuff up. Never mind. We'll just put some salt on it, call it a day. Doesn't look quite as pretty as it did in my mind, not gonna lie, but I think it's gonna be good. Okay, I was able to get the goodies out of my brine, and I've touched up my potatoes with that mixture so that they will be extra flavorful. Now I'm gonna throw this in the oven as soon as it is warm. Now for the actual easy part of this, the dill sauce that's gonna go with our roasted potatoes. First, crème de fraîche, and then dill. Easy peasy. I definitely did a bit much of that. Then we're gonna see how it tastes. I decided that it needed just a wee bit of onion flavor. So we're just gonna grate just a tiny bit. Just enough to give it a little oomph. Tiny bit of salt. Perfecto. So I just Googled how long you cook duck breast, and it said don't ever cook it OMG, basically. So I better check it. I think it's been in there for about 30 minutes. Ooh, it looks pretty nice, but it definitely, we want the top crispy. So I'm gonna broil it for a little bit to really get that top crispified. I may have already overcooked it, but it's my first time. It's definitely crispy now. Hopefully not too crispy. First, we're gonna take our dill cream. We're gonna make a little bed for our potato. This is my attempt at being fancy. Put it together. I'm so not fancy. Wait, let me get some garnish. Now, usually there is a bit where I actually try it, and I feel definitely obligated to do that with this, since I really am unsure about it. Well, the duck's good, but that could just be itself. Oh no, I taste the orange. Now we're gonna try the potato with dill cream. Gotta go for some dainty little lady bites. Oh yeah. Well, you taste like the cumin and the dill cream. It's really good. And a little bit of carrot.